Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. In the previous video offering, I was about to mention a topic and I stopped and I said I'd make it a separate video offering, and this is the video offering I would like to share with you. So tonight is what we would commonly internationally refer to as Thursday night. Obviously, most of us in this modern day and age use the Gregorian calendar. However, Islamically, and I believe it's the same thing in the Chinese calendar, time is interestingly measured differently. So in the Islamic calendar, because it's a lunar-based calendar, the actual day starts at night, if that makes sense. So tonight is the night of Friday, Laylatul Jum'ah. So when the sun sets in the Islamic calendar, that's the beginning of the new day. So I hope that makes sense. What I find really interesting about that is that in any lunar-based calendar, and a lot of the ancient cultures also use that type of system, their beginning was in darkness. I find that very interesting. When you start something, symbolically, you're pretty much in the dark and you work your way towards light. You stumble, you fumble, you bump into things, you're in darkness. And if you don't give up and you look upon the stars as guides, but by stars I mean the stars inside you, your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, you go forward into the darkness with those things, you eventually reach day, you eventually reach the sun, the source of a tremendous amount of energy. So I really find that really fascinating, the fact that we, in a lunar-based calendar, start in darkness. And if you read a lot of mythology, you will always notice that many folk stories and myths always have some type of cave involved, whether the story is an Eskimo story, a Native American story, an African story, an Arabian story. There's always some place of darkness where something begins. Islamically also, again, the very birth of the Islamic religion was Ghar Hira, from the cave of Hira, where the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, first received the revelations. Again, cave, darkness, from darkness into light. And I just find that very fascinating. So if, to connect this to ourselves, if you find yourself currently in a dark place, if you are stumbling, bumping into things you can't see, if you're genuinely in the dark within yourself, maybe just like the myths of old, and just like the older, dare I say, wiser civilizations, maybe that's just the beginning. Maybe you're in the right place, and if you don't give up, and please don't give up, because we all need you. Every single one of you, we need you. I need you to succeed in who you are. Because once you are who you are, we all benefit, we all dance, we all celebrate. But we all must have a beginning. So that beginning may very well be in darkness. So to all of you in the dark, I'm in the dark myself with many things at this moment of time. But I remember that this is the beginning. The darkness, I think it was William Stafford, because I'm reading a lot of William Stafford. The American poet William Stafford has a line in his beautiful poetry that says, "The darkness around us is deep." And I don't know what your views are about what's happening in the world, but it's pretty dark out there, in my observation. But if we look at the darkness not as an end or a punishment, if we look at it as the beginning of something that takes us towards the light, I think that's a better way of looking at things. So that's it for me. Hope you gained something out of that somehow. And you never know, it's Laylat al-Jum'ah, the night of Friday, which is a very spiritual night. I might be back with another video offering if that is the will of God. So shukran, thank you, and have a good night.